So definition of whether there is a teaching in the world, teaching, Buddha's teaching existing or not, is not defined by tantric teachings. It is defined by the sutra teachings, by Vinaya. By Vinaya. So if there are not only Getsubal Gelong are fully ordained one, so then there's a teaching of the Buddha existing. It's defined by not by Tantra, but by Sutra, and particularly Vinaya teaching. So it's defined by that. So therefore the Sanghas are therefore all the Sanghas who have been trying to live in the vow, we've been trying to live in the vow. So you put effort to the teaching of the Buddha exists. Teaching of the Buddha exists in the world, exists in the West. So first you have to know that. Exists in the world. Exists in the world and exists in the West, especially the Kasure. Kasure. I say most difficult place. In the West, it's not like Theravadan countries, Burma, Sri Lanka, Thailand, it's not like that. You see the people so much devote to respect, as I said, it's a respect Buddha like that. So that also helps the Sangha to last longer. That also helps the Sangha last longer. So people are then many people, they have some idea of they know the vows, because they've been Sangha for short times. Like I heard the king of Thailand was 1 week, he was probably regarded a very long time. 1 week he was a monk, I heard. So anyway, so the difficult place in the the West, totally opposite to the people's life is a totally different culture. Different culture than the Dharma life, Persian Buddhism, Dharma life. Totally opposite culture, of that. So most dangerous are, so much advertised attachment, that Kasure. You see, so correct. Develop so much like that. So develop so much object attachment. So that you see, so difficult. kind of place like this. So you opposite of the vows, kind of in the place of the renunciation, then the society, the country, they help to develop the kind of attachment. I mean, the delusion, opposite renunciation. So because that makes because that's a condition. So object, so makes mind so difficult to renounce. So difficult to live the renunciation. So much materially empowered. So, because you see, well, that as we understand, even though I say, yeah. Just a rapport, but anyway, you have got the idea. So like that, you see, very difficult place in the West to live the morality, live the life of Sangha, live the morality is very difficult. So difficult. So therefore to live life of Sangha. Living, so that involves that involves your own choice, freedom, to kind of defeat delusion, not defeat the renunciation, the path to enlightenment. Oh, okay. Path to nirvana, path to enlightenment, defeat kind of renunciation of the bodhichitta right view, defeated. Defeat here, defeat kind of delusion, 3% mind. 3% mind. That which made you suffer from beginningless rebirth in samsara. The suffering of the hell, it was materialized, is like almost like the limited sky. So unbelievable, it's materialized. So the Lord and Supper, unbelievable. So which cause you suffer most unbelievable hell, hunger, and then he may be Sura, intimacy, suffer numberless times from beginningless rebirth. Suffer numberless times from beginningless rebirth. And that doesn't mean not the end. No. So of course, if you don't practice, if you don't practice Dharma, if you don't, you see, don't practice Dharma, even the lay people has a bhav, lay bhav, so they kind of, by taking refuge, you see, only refuge vow. Then there's Upasika, 1 percept, 2 percept, 3 percept, 4 percept, 5 percept, or completely opposite about that. And then, the 8 percepts, they come to Lisbon path, 8 vows. Other than that, you see, even the lay has that. So the lay celibacy vow, lay, like the Kandala, you see, Kandala wanted to take ordination, but but not, not, well, I don't remember personally that early what she wanted, but then there was something not true that. So she took celibacy vow from his honest. So like that. The lay, slow lay, but celibacy vow. So like that. Anyway, can you? So you see, so again, if you don't practice the vows, the modality, not following the delusion, not following that, and you follow the three high trainings. You follow the high train of morality, high train of concentration, high train of insight. So you see, high train of morality, the renunciation, all like that we see. To achieve liberation from samsara. Wow, the goal is unbelievable. The goal is unbelievable. Unbelievable. The goal is to be free from samsara. Wow. With continuation has no beginning. You don't practice Dharma in this life, then your samsara has no end. Not only is it no beginning, but no end. You are suffering samsara, oceans of suffering samsara, is no end. And endless. So, therefore, then this one time, you have received a perfect human rebirth at freedom and eternity. So therefore, then practice as much as possible what you can. So like that, the basis of all the achievement is the morality, heart and morality. So like that. So lay is a lay vow, then Sangha is a Sangha vow, so like that. The West is, generally speaking, of course it depends on individuality, but the most difficult place in the world. The West is the most difficult place due to many reasons. So you are able to keep, you are able to be a monk or nun in the most difficult place. You are able to be a monk or nun in the most difficult place. Oh, that's incredible benefit for sentient being. Yourself, no question, but to free from samsara, no question, but numberless sentient beings. So, you see, as I mentioned a long time ago, each country, in the West, each country in the West, you see, that the continuation of his own said that different explanation, but however, general things, continuation of the continuations get Lama and get full bhikshuni and bhikshu, and gets all that is about the female and male. So four like that. So it helps. It helps also when you go through the eight freedom changes, and then which are the teaching Buddha Vinaya existing in the country. So then see, so you are born in the religious country. I mean not so much the cultural country. Government is Buddhist, not. But you see there's who are keeping lineage of the vows in the country, so that helps. That helps. So for other sentient beings, other people to receive the spiritual changelessness. So it helps them to correct. Other people get qualified. So to meet to practice Dharma. So it helps. You're living this. You're trying to. You put effort so much. You put so much effort in living Sangha life or ordination. Then it helps very much to other sentient beings, other people to have the Tawaje, George, 10 regions, 8 freedom changes. So it helps them like that. In order to teaching existing in the country. So you live in the Sangha, you put effort in ordination, so in that country, Western country, so it helps others to, you're born, you live in the country where there's a teaching Buddha, Vinaya teaching existing. So so that that so makes very blessed the country, the country, the area makes very blessed. Makes very rich, very blessed country. Also that. Then here I wanted to bring up this. Here I wanted to bring up this. You see, First World War happened. I don't know, much long before. We're talking only recent, kind of recent, even one First War, Second World War. I mean, it's still kind of recent, quite a number of years ago. But way back, I'm not sure. Way back, I said we don't know the stories, but however. Yes, people who killed so many people, people who killed so many other enemy, the enemy or so many people killed. Then they become, they get a high position, high rank, or they make statue. People make statue of that person in the cities, in the city. In the main place, I don't know, where people gather and they build a very very tall statue of that person. You see, who killed many people in the world. So they praise, so the enemy, kill. So they praise that person, so they may still very tall statues and things like that. You see, that's all that is unbelievable, most unbelievable. Who the creator of negative karma, unbelievable creator of the negative karma, about so many eons in the lower realm. If you think if you look at the life, if you look at the karma of the person, you can't think. It's so scary. To look at the life of the person, if you look at the karma of the person, what the person did involved, killed so many people, so many precious human beings. So look at the karma, then so many eons suffer in the lower realm, without talking the suffering in the higher realm. As the human realm, or that. So desire realm, devils, they have their own suffering. So without the just lower realm, eons, so is that. So now here, you see the Sangha. So now here, you should every day you should every day you should recognize. Every day you should recognize. You should recognize yourself. In the Sangha, you say. You see, all those, so much of, besides Guru Sakyamuni Buddha or San Francis or those great holy beings. Otherwise, some of those great holy beings, otherwise, is so much the country or the society, highly prizes is the people who killed the enemy or your enemy, the thousands, millions of killed. So those build a tall statue and they put in the city so where people gather. So you see, then highly praised, you see, by the people, by your country people. So like that. So if you look at the mind phenomena, the karma, so scary. So now here, you see, all those things are the development of three-person mind, attachment, anger, ignorance. You see, what they do is the development of that. So now here, you the Sangha, all you do is, you see, you defeat what brings a problem in the world, what brings a problem in the whole continent, in the whole world, and even your own countries. All that stuff, in the society, family, and yourself. So much suffering. The 6 types of suffering, 4 types of suffering. whomever you company, the suffering of our friend or other, suffering friend, whoever you company, and wherever you are, a suffering place. Whatever you enjoy is enjoying is enjoyment of suffering. Then the teacher of suffering, pain, suffering of changes, previous suffering. But then the individual are real suffering. Well, like that, you see, so all those come from three-person mind. Come from three-person mind. So, all like that, you see. So unbelievable. That's what it affect. The effect, what it has is that. So now here you yourself, this life, extremely rare, unbelievable, most rare, so rare. So this life, then they become Sangha, and then then you have, what you've been doing, your job is to diminish, defeat the cause of samsara, the attachment, ignorance, anger, so forth. You defeat, and then you win, you win from them. Win from them. The way to that is first method, foundation is living in morality, defeating, which causes all the suffering, defeating, and by living in morality, they're taking Getsul Galong vows. So it defeat the delusion, three-person mind. So I make a simple example. All that defeating, keep far away from them. You protect yourself out far away from them. Defeating, and then you see, practicing morality, the basic. Then on that meditation, great insight, the basis. That is the basis for the high realization, wisdom directly perceiving emptiness. Those are, you see, which is the seed of delusion karma. So, that makes you free from samsara. So by ceasing the delusion karma. So most amazing. Never happened before. Never happened before in your life. From beginningless up to now, have been suffering in samsara. So now is the time to wake up. Now is the time to wake up to be free from samsara. So what you're doing is practicing morality, the very basic thing of all the realization, or other practice, other realizations. Your main job is that your main practice is morality. All like that, you see. So So therefore, this is not only yourself, not only benefit to yourself, free from samsara, but look at it. But you see, of course, we are studying Mahayana teaching, so practice Mahayana, so numberless sentient beings. You want to help. You want to help numberless sentient beings. Yes, to be free from samsara. You want to help. You want to inspire them. You want to help them. Not only you help yourself, but you want to help sentient beings, numberless sentient beings. Oh, that one. So then for that unbelievable important, you're living life in the Sangha, practice morality. It was so important to help others. So as I mentioned in the column Guru from Far by Pavanga, that first you see you experience suffering of samsara without beginning, and if you don't practice now, then it's endless, you see. After that, then talk about how numberless, before you think of only yourself, most unbearable. But now, next one, there, numberless helpings, numberless Sangha, not only yourself, numberless others, numberless helping, numberless Sangha, numberless others, numberless Simi, numberless Sura, numberless Asura, intermediate beings. Like yourself. So much suffering without beginning. Then you see that you can practice Dharma then without end. Oh, so then the question comes: what to do? How to help them? Is that you can't even a second you can't relax without helping sentient being. You understand? Without thinking to help sentient being, you can't just relax, ignore the sentient beings, the suffering. You can't ignore even for a second. You have to help. You have to. I mean, here the bodhichitta comes. Most important. So this gives enlightenment to all the sentient beings. By you, is if you practice bodhichitta. You see, then that depends on the renunciation, foundation renunciation, right view, that. So you see, you can't ignore the sentient being. You can't just relax without thinking sentient being, even for a second. You can't. You dare not. You see, so what to do? Oh, then it's the only solution is that you actualize to have everyone, these flies and these insects here around you, to all the numberless sentiments, to help them. What to do? Oh, then lamrim. Actualize lamrim, or then the essence of all the teaching, Buddhist teaching, Lesbagapata, Mahayana Sutra, Mahayana Tantra, the essence, the lamrim, it all comes in lamrim. Then the three principal aspects of how to enlightenment, to actualize it in your mind. Renunciation, bodhichitta. That's the answer. That's the way to help the sentiments. You understand? So you are coming to Vajrayogini, you are coming here, Vajrayogini, that's a cool way to help sentiments. Quick way to help sentiments. renouncing with the Red Buddha was a quick way to help, quick way to liberate the sentient beings from samsara and bring to enlightenment quickly. For that is the quickest way. Not just quicker, but quickest way. Oh. So you understand? So then to have those realizations, and as I told you before, then training morality. Then now you see how important it is. Now you can see how important it is, to help the sentient being. To help the sentient being. And a cool way to help the sentient being is that, that's how you have the morality. So the lay people have lay vows, and Sangha has the vows. So that. So now. No, I want to say this. So the victory is in the world. Victory is the people. How many enemies you have killed? The enemy of the country killed. Then the person become victory or regard victory. So how you say? Praise the Lord, but all people. So now you see, the real victory is, I say, the sanghas. In the reality, real victory, the sanghas who practice do not follow attachment, anger, the delusion, karma. You see, if you follow delusion, then you create the karma. So, who don't follow delusions? You see, who go away from that. So, you see, so now, how many years the person able to live in Sangha life? How many years? How many days, how many weeks, how many months, how many years person is able to live in Sangha? That's real victory. That is the real victory. Who win, you see, win from the delusion. Win from that delusion which brings 3%, which brings all the suffering in the sixth realm, in the human realm. You see, so suffering, so much suffering, even to individuals. So, practice is to abandon. By seeing the shortcomings of delusion, you practice as abandon, you see. Negative karma, action of delusion, negative karma. So, abandon, living morality, virtue, dharma, protecting you, helping yourself, helping sentient beings. At least not harm others. At least not harm others, if you can't benefit. So that's the real victory. So how many years you're able to stay alive as Sangha? So that's the real victory. So shouldn't think, oh, Sangha, oh, this creates life, oh, I don't know, this, you know. Then of course, some Sanghas actually do not know the life of Sangha. Then some men, or maybe more women, and some nuns, oh, they so much problem, don't know about the Sangha life and about the practice and, you know, the keeping morality and things. Don't know, don't do, and then so much a problem with the edible Dharma, so much problem. Life mostly unhappy, so much problem. Very dissatisfied life. Oh, very messy life. Oh, then other people see, or other people see. Then don't encourage them Sangha. It makes them discourage Sangha. So because they don't know all the Sangha, so only one or two Sanghas they know, and then there's always a problem in the life. This problem, that problem, this problem, all to do with the original concern. All to do with the original concern, so it doesn't do Dharma practice. So that when you don't do practice Dharma, then so much problem with the original concern. So very messy life. Then other people don't like to be Sangha. So I heard many people, they think they know Sangha, because they know only one, two people. And then they judge all the Sanghas like that. In the world, all the Sanghas like that. Even the numberless Sanghas become enlightened. You know, the lineage Lamas, so the numberless Sanghas become enlightened. So you see, so that person, by seeing one or two people, then they discourage, totally discourage. They don't want to do Sangha at all in their life. So I know some people like that. So by seeing only one or two Sanghas, only being close to one or two Sanghas, then you see they judge all the Sanghas like this. You see, that's wrong. So they're also like that, because not know well your practice. General practice, the Sangha life, your level of ordination you have to, but then you are supposed to know that and practice. So not doing that, and not practice lamrim. So kind of then life become very messy, lots of problems with the world concern. So everywhere where you go, whether you go east or west, where you go, so it's like that. With wherever you stay, all the problems. So discourage other people. Many other people are do not they instead of interest life Sangha, then dislike. Oh, then this happens. So what I would say is the general Sangha. So able to study, live your vows, and then the or they able to practice lamrim. So that's whether you know philosophy or not, but basic practice you do. Most important practice you do, lamrim practice. So the basis of the real meditation, real insight, or the morality that you practice. So, so the kasa understand by the kasa pamba defeat, pamba defeat, understand by that, be pure that, understand by that, and understand by remainder. But the Gelunga has many more. The Gelunga the Lama Chusumutin. Oh, actually, you practice understand by that. And so then, even something, so there's social nature. So do the conversion, then so nature, then the vices, then then even something happens, then degenerates, then you have surgeon. Monastery has a surgeon. When there's a benefits to having, one of the benefits to having monastery is that you can do surgeon, so you always keep pure about. So, but surgeon then downfalls, downfalls get purified, and Digba then the by every day during the Tattva Buddha recitation with protestation, Vajrasapa, then those who can do self-initiation, so then so many other things. Then hard work for being hard work for the Sangha, hard work service for the Guru, they obtain fulfilling wishes, obtain advice, and then so that like that and offering, they purify the Samaya Sutta, the degenerate Samaya Sutta. So you see like this incredible the having monasteries is big advantage for the Sangha life. So many makes so easy, so easy to guide the monks and nuns to guide the life. See, there becomes there's a community, so easy to guide. So the the abbot or it's easy to guide the people's life, Sangha's life. So that helps very much. That helps so much. You see, all of that. So what I want to say is that what I want to tell is that it's so important, the monastery, the social is one thing, that there are many other things that help so much, the Sangha, the individual life, it helps so much. So important, the monastery, then I think living you just live individual life, you do whatever you want, so not that. So you follow the monastery nunnery rule, so that you see. So the real victory, our conclusion is the real victory is the Sangha. Victory from the cause of samsara, delusion, karma, with victory from that. Oh, you have to realize that. Victory, real victory. The renouncing, you see, not following, renouncing as much as possible. That is the main practice. So you are the real victory. So precious, so precious life, so precious, like gold, like refined gold. I mean, so precious life, the Sangha. So